What's up, guys? Welcome back to Fun Friday with Mr. Chavis. I'm happy that you guys are here. Let's get started. Before we start into our project for today, let's go ahead and say the club code. I believe in God. I believe in the right to worship according to my own faith and religion. I believe in America. I believe in America's way of life. I believe in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. I believe in fair play, honesty, and good sportsmanship. Okay, guys, let's get into this. I'm happy that you're here. We are going to do another kind of experiment today. So what you need for this experiment today, you will need a jar. This is just a regular pickle jar that I had. It did have pickles in it, but I ate them all. So this is just a regular jar. You will need H2O, or also known as water. This is just a cup of water that I got from the sink. You will need oil, some type of oil. This is just regular olive oil. You can use cooking oil, vegetable oil, whatever you have on hand is fine. You will also need a cold tablet or Alka-Seltzer cold tablet, which is basically something that you take when you're sick. Maybe your mom might know where this is in your house, or your dad, but you will need this, and ask for permission before grabbing any type of medicine or anything like that. We don't want anybody to get hurt. We don't want anybody to do something they are not supposed to do with this. So make sure that you ask your parents permission for this, or have your parents on by while you're using that. And you will also need food coloring. If you don't have food coloring, that is okay, but you should have some. If you don't, that's fine. So today's experiment, or today's project that we're going to be doing, we will be doing fireworks in a jar. Fireworks in a jar, or you can call it a lava lamp as well. This has been going and trending on social media a lot. So I thought it would be something fun to do, because I know that a lot of you guys are on TikTok. A lot of you guys are spending a lot of time watching videos and watching YouTube tutorials and different things like that. So you may have ran across this experiment, or you may have ran across this this little project that you can do at home. So the first thing that you would like to do is, or that you would have to do, excuse me, is you will have to pour some of your water into your jar. All right, so we pour the water in our jar. So you see the water, you can pour as much. I filled this cup all the way to the top, and it's about, that's about half of the water that was in the cup, okay? The next thing that I wanna do is I'm going to take some olive oil, and I'm going to pour this in as well, okay? What will happen with the olive oil is the olive oil actually will not mix with the water. It won't mix. Okay, you guys see that? If you look very, very closely, you will see on top of the water is our olive oil. It's a little bit of olive oil at the bottom, but water and oil does not mix. Water and oil are two different types of solids, so they won't mix. I believe it's because, if I'm not mistaken, the oil is denser, so it sits on top of the water. So in other words, it's lighter. So that's why it sits on top of the water. Okay. So that's how it should look after your first two steps. You are pouring water in, and then you're pouring in the oil. All right, so our next step would be our cold medicine. And if you guys can just sit tight one quick second, the next thing will be is our cold medicine. And what I'm going to do is run and get the top to our jar before we do our next step, okay? Thanks, guys, for being patient. So I went and grabbed the top to our pickle jar, because we will need that in order to have fireworks in a jar. And what you can do is you can keep layering and layering. You can do water next. You can do oil, water, oil. You can just keep layering if you want. So the next thing that we're going to do, maybe I should sit this up so you guys can see. All right. Is we're going to open up our Alka-Seltzer tablets And if you have ever taken Alka-Seltzer or you have seen your parents take this cold medicine, what happens is when it is infused with water, it basically dissolves, but it dissolves and gives off a lot of bubbles. A lot of bubbles. So what I'm going to do before I drop it in is I am going to get our food coloring ready so that our experiment can go. All right. So what I'm going to do is break my tablet in half and put pieces in so that you guys can see. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop that in there. And if you look, do you guys see it bubbling? It is causing it to bubble. So I'm going to go ahead and drop our next one in, maybe towards the camera so that you guys can see a little bit better. And then I'm going to put food coloring in it and cover it up. A few drops of food coloring in there. And if you look, guys, you see that? You see the bubbles fusing inside? Kind of looks like a lava lamp or fireworks in a jar. And it will keep going until your Alka-Seltzer tablet has completely dissolved. We have one more tablet, so we'll put that in there as well, and I will let you guys see that. And we'll actually put a whole one in there this time to see how the effects work with that. Okay. The reason why the bubbles are like that, remember that the bubbles from the Alka-Seltzer are actually water. So that's why it looks like that going into the oil, because remember, oil and water don't mix. So when the bubbles are going up, they're kind of coating themselves in oil, but they're still remaining just pure water. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm gonna drop a full tablet in there this time, and let's see what happens. Let's put our top on it. Check that out, guys. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like your own made lava lamp. If you look in the back, I'm sorry it has a stick on it, but you can see it a little better when you look in the back. See those bubbles? All right, guys, I hope that you try this experiment on your own at home. I hope it works out for you, and I hope you have a great time doing it. A few announcements for you before we get off this video. Remember that summer is upcoming, so summer is coming around the corner. However, we are not having our usual summer camp. So if you want to get into the activities that we are doing this summer, which will be virtually, you will have to register your child, or you will have to get your mom or dad to register you online at Boys and Girls Club or BGCNCNC.com. That's Boys and Girls Club, North Central North Carolina.com. Okay, so go on there, register your kid. We will be doing a lot of fun activities during the summer. No, we will not be in person. No, we will not be open for kids to come into the club because of the pandemic that is still going on and COVID-19. But we will be doing things throughout the summer that are very, very interesting and fun for your kids to do and for you to do. So make sure that you go on our website and you register your child, or you come by the Boys and Girls Club between the hours of 4:30 and 6, or 4 and 6, and pick up a registration form. We are also serving dinner every day, Monday through Friday, 4 to 6. If you or you know someone who needs dinner, please come by and pick up some dinner from the Boys and Girls Club. Show some support. All right, guys, remember that I love you. Have a great weekend and stay great. Have good care.